All right, guys, it's Paul Singh, the Market Speculator, with the trade report for Wednesday, July 10th, 2019. Quick reminder here, if you haven't already, sign up for the chat room. Backing up alerts here, you get alerts by email or on Discord. And Discord is basically replacing the text alerts. So you can set these up on your phone for notifications, and it's pretty much like text. You'll get a alert on your phone when there is an alert, or a notification on your phone when there is an alert. So make sure to do that. If you have any issues with that, let me know, or let the guys at Bulls know. Let's take a look at the market here. SPY, we talked about yesterday. It was looking like a third red day in a row, and we want to see, can the market hold the 9? And can it hold the old high breakout? And it did that. Now, it was only up 0.12%, so that's not significant. But what is significant is it was a red day. It closed nicely and is above the 9. So that is constructive. We want to see continuation here, or at least as it's ranging here, continue to float up higher. So we'll keep an eye on that. We're liking what we're seeing. If we look at the Qs here, pretty much the same thing. Exact same pattern right here, except we haven't broken to those highs yet. And then IWM lagging a little bit overall, but putting in pretty much the same pattern here. And we need the small caps here to hold these moving averages, which they are doing. Oil here gapping up big this morning, up around 2%. If we get continuation and a break of this range here, there's a potential entry there. Now I'm in 6 positions, which is a lot. And we talked about yesterday in the chat room about how the positions are not non-correlated, and we can move some of the stops up. So that does mitigate our risk. So it doesn't really feel like 6 positions. We'll talk about that in a second here. But if you are looking for something, oil is looking interesting today. We were talking about this in chat room yesterday, how good semiconductors looked, and looks like we're going to get continuation today. But we do have the pullback, very strong hold of the 9, bullish engulfing candle. Some of you did enter SOX L here yesterday, and I do like that setup, even though I didn't take it. So really nice looking setup in SMH and SOX L. If we look at home builders here, looking decent, but not really holding the 9 yesterday. Financials looking very strong on the radar, but again, with 6 positions, probably not going to add anything today. And if we look at gold is popping this morning, and software continues to show relative strength. Now let's go to current positions. First, the new entry was Huya. Huya was the China IPO streaming service, much like Billy and IQ. And if we look at the setup here, we've basically bottomed out here. Volume's looking good. This is very common in IPOs where they get beaten down, bottom out, and then make that run, pull back. Now, if it breaks here, I would expect a run to the highs. But in the meantime, we do have a nice looking setup here. Assuming that we don't get any bad news with the trade wars, which this stock is sensitive to, looking good here as we showed strength at the 9. So stop is about a point, and I'm only risking, I think it's 600 shares, and I'm risking about a point, so $600 here. Reward is about 3.5 points, so we're basically getting 3.5 to 1 on this trade. So really attractive setup in terms of risk reward. Now, current positions, we've got Kohl's here, which didn't do much, but is holding the 9. And then we've got Lulu here. Entry was around 183. We're at 186 after the pop the day before yesterday. And now we want to see a breakout here and a run to 200. And then we've got Roku, which stop is moving up to break even. And this is how we're mitigating risk on these 6 positions. We've already got stop to break even, which is around 96 here on Roku. And it's sitting at 103.40. Hopefully we get continuation. But we likely do not take a loss here. So that helps mitigate our risk. And we're going to do the same thing with Apple. Apple's entry was about 196, 195.99. We're sitting at 201 24. And if we get continuation here, obviously that'll be a good thing, but we've mitigated the risk on Apple. So essentially, with 6 positions where you'd normally have 6% risk, we only have 3% overall. And remember, I said non-correlated as well. All of these stocks are in different sectors, different patterns. Different things will influence these stocks. A few of them are related to trade war issues. Some of them are showing relative strength. BRZU is an example of relative strength. Another one here where stop is at entry and we're set to open around 39. Entry was at 36. Let's get the exact price here, 36.23. So that'll be our stop now. Again, that helps mitigate the risk, and we're sitting at 39 right now, and target is at about 43 up here. So we're almost halfway. We're halfway to the target at this point for BRZU, and I believe that covers the current positions. But you can see here, with the 6 positions now, 3 of them are moved up to break even. So essentially, it's like having risk on 3 different positions. So that's why we were able to add Huya yesterday. Probably won't add today. Focus list remains the same. Let's go over a few things. Lyft and Uber were both strong yesterday. You can see Lyft up around 3.5%, 2 points, getting back up over the 9. This is one I considered adding, as was Uber here, which got up to 44.20, essentially the exact same pattern. We had Shop looking decent yesterday. Let me pull up the focus list here. Look at a few stocks that I liked. Square was breaking out. JNUG was looking strong and is continuing. Twitter and Etsy all looking good. I think all are at or close to entry levels where they are now. Facebook, I considered yesterday. I think it's a good entry where we are now, as is Amazon as well. And Netflix, the problem with these, I would have entered them yesterday, probably instead of Huya, but they all have earnings coming up in about a week or two. We're getting into earnings season here. So we have to watch for stocks that are showing earnings. FSLR, Lowe's, HD. I could go down the list here. Essentially, the same exact list we have yesterday. So all of these stocks are in play now. If you're looking to add something, you don't have as many positions as I do. Basically, go off the focus list, go off the analysis we talked about yesterday and today. And there's plenty of potential setups here. I really like Soxel, and I know a lot of you guys in the chat did as well. So that's what we're looking at today. If you have any questions, let me know. Put some messages out in the chat. If you have any charts you like, put those in the chat under charts as well.